Hey, have you ever wondered if the stock market is the best way for you to grow your money and retire? In this video, I'm going to share with you why the stock market might not be the best approach for you. Hey, if this is your first time joining me, my name is Alex. I'm a certified financial coach and licensed insurance broker. And I'm always sharing tools, tips, and strategies to help you grow your money, build wealth, live your best life, and leave a legacy for your family. So if that's something that interests you, please consider liking and subscribing, and please share this video. So, today I want to talk about why investing in the stock market might not be the best approach. I know that sounds absolutely insane. After all we hear is the drumbeat over and over and over again about the stock market, the stock market, the stock market, how you got to be invested, how you got to have your IRAs and 401ks and all this other, how you got to be invested in the stock market. Well, I'm going to share with you today how the stock market, why I believe it might not be the best approach. I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why. All right, let's get right into it. Reason number one. The first reason is anytime you are investing in the stock market, okay, if you're putting your money in what is called a regular brokerage account, that means that's just a regular investing account that you're investing where you're investing in the stock market, okay? The monies that you put in your account and actually then put in the stock market, all of the gains that you get, all of the growth that you get, you have to pay taxes on that money. Okay? So if you put your money in the stock market, what we call pre-tax or before tax, okay? That's usually done with a 401k or an IRA. And so what happens, your money goes in before it is taxed. Okay? So all of your dollars go into the stock market. And then it builds over time. It grows, hopefully, over time. And then all of the growth that you get and all of the monies that you put in, your contributions, that money is now considered taxable. So now you're not just paying tax on the gains that you get. Now you have to pay taxes on the monies that you contributed into the fund as well. So let me just share with you what this looks like. Okay. Bring up my trusty little whiteboard. All right. So let's say, for instance, that you put in $10,000. Okay. And this is your 401k or IRA. Okay. Now, let's say you contributed for $10,000. Okay. So that money then goes into the stock market. Okay. See that? Money goes into the stock market. Okay. Let's do this. All right. And let's say that your money in the stock market over the years, let's say that it grows to $100,000. Okay. Now, what happens is now when you get ready to access your money, once you reach 59 and a half or older, once you get ready to access this $100,000, you now have to pay tax on the 10,000 that your money grew, and then the 90,000. You had 90,000 of growth. Okay. You now have to pay taxes on the 10,000 that you put in, plus you got to pay taxes on the 90,000. So that's $100,000. And so if you are in the 25% tax bracket, that's going to leave you with only $75,000 after taxes. Yeah, because you got to pay taxes on the 10, and then you have to pay taxes on the 90. So you have to pay taxes on all of your contributions. Okay. And you have to pay taxes on all of your growth. So that only leaves you with $75,000. So as you can see, who wants to put in 100 or 10? You got $90,000 of gains, and then you have to pay Uncle Sam his $75,000. So that's the reason why I say right now, whatever monies you have in your 401k, whatever monies you have in your IRA, it is not all of yours. You have a partner, and your partner is Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam is always, not only does he want you, but he wants your money too. Right? Y'all seen those posters, Uncle Sam. He wants you. He wants you and your money. All right. So Uncle Sam has to be paid his 75,000, his $25,000, leaving you with 25,000. Okay. So that is the first thing, that investing in the stock market, whether it be directly investing in the stock market or investing in your stock market with 401ks and IRAs, you have to pay taxes on all of your contributions, and you have to pay taxes on all of your gains. So that's the first reason why investing in the stock market might not be the best approach. So what's the second reason why? The second reason why is you are at risk of losing your money. See, the stock market, the best way to think about the stock market is very similar to gambling, going to the casino and gambling. You got a certain amount of money, right? You know, you have some picks that you want to make. You have some stocks that you want to put your money, your hard-earned money down on, right? And your hope, your desire is you've done your research and you've made the right selections, you made the right stock choices. That's how this works. Similar to looking at the stock market, similar to looking at gambling and going to the casino, right? So, so what you do is you put your money on the stocks, and now you just hoping what? That it goes up over time. That's how investing in the stock market is just like gambling in the casino. You have no way of knowing if your stocks are going to go up, down, sideways. You don't know, right? So it's very similar to investing in the stock market. So let me share with you what this looks like. Okay, so right now I have monies invested in the stock market because I was you're looking for how many different ways you can actually grow your money, okay, and how you can actually build your money at the same time. So I have monies in the stock market, okay, and year to date, the stock market is actually growing or has a negative return. Let me apologize, guys. My screen has locked up on me. All right. So right now, I have monies invested in the stock market. Okay. And let's say I got 100,000 in the stock market. Okay. All right. So let's say at the beginning of the year, I had $100,000 at the beginning of the year. Okay. Well, now the stock market, if you've been watching, okay, it's been doing a little bit better as of late, but overall, the S&P 500 has been down roughly about 16%, negative 16%. So that means now that today, the $100,000 that I had in the stock market, I actually now only have $84,000 because the value of my portfolio went down. That's what happens when you are investing in the stock market. That's the risk that you're taking. That's the gamble that you're making. You're saying, "Hey, I've done my research. I've looked at all the different numbers and I've said, "Hey, I believe this particular stock is going to go up." But as you can see, the S&P 500, that's the mark that measures how well the stock market is doing. That's one of the measures. So when you have the S&P 500 that's saying, "Hey, the stock market is down 16%," that means whatever value you had, in this case, the $100,000, all of it is at risk now. All of your principal, all your hard-earned money is now at risk. So the 16%, 16 down 16%. Now that means you lost $16,000 of your $100,000, bringing your total down to 94 or $84,000. And that's just how the stock market works. It's just like going to the casino. It's the same type of thing, right? So what you want to do is you want to get to the place where you're not gambling. You're not gambling. And I'm going to share with you a very, very powerful way that you can eliminate all three of these things when it comes to investing your money. So before that, let me just go ahead and share with you what's the third reason. So number one, we know why investing in the stock market might not be best for you is because of taxes. You have to pay taxes on all of your contributions and all of your gains if you are invested in the stock market through 401ks and IRAs. So you have to pay taxes on everything that you put in. And if you had any growth, you have to pay taxes on that money as well. The second reason why is because you're at risk of losing your hard earned money when you are investing in the stock market. Okay. That's the second. That's the second thing. All right. And so now the third reason why investing in the stock market may not be the best approach is you can't use and grow your money at the same time. What are you talking about, Alex? That sounds crazy. How can you have your cake and eat it too? You actually can. There's a way that you can do that. So let me share with you what this looks like, okay? Let me share with you what this looks like. So I'm gonna share my screen here. All right. So check this out, guys. Check this out. There right now, when you put your money in the stock market, okay, and you put your money in the stock market with your 401k, with your IRA, okay, that money that you put into your 401k and IRAs, it has to stay in those investments until you reach 59 and a half. 59 and a half. So if you want your money to be in there, if you want your money to grow, then you have to leave it in until you're 59 and a half. All right. Otherwise, you will have to pay a 10% penalty. Okay. And then you have to also pay whatever your taxes are. And we're going to say you have to pay 25% on taxes. Okay. So that's 35% that you have to pay if you touch your money the monies that you put in your 401k and IRA, if you try to take that money out before you reach 59 and a half, you're going to be hit with a 10% penalty. Plus, you're going to be hit with whatever taxes, whatever your tax rate is, you're going to be hit with taxes for the money that you pull out. All right. So if you have what's called a Roth, okay, and if you invest your money with a Roth IRA, okay, or a Roth 401k, okay, you can access your money before you're 59 and a half, but you can only take out what you put in, your contribution. That's all you can touch. Okay? If you touch your gains, how much money your portfolio grew in your Roth, you're now going to have to pay the 10% penalty, and you're going to have to pay the taxes on that. Okay? So all you can get access to is the contribution that you make. Okay? Otherwise, if you touch the gains or the growth, you're going to be hit with a 10% penalty. And so, why is this important? This is important because this is often the reason why so many people don't want to invest as much as, invest in the stock market, because they say, what if I need that money? What if something happens? What if I lose my job? What if my child has some emergency and while they're in college and I got to pay for college tuition? What if something happens to my house? What if I have some type of medical emergency or something like that? Then I'm gonna need that money. And if I try to access the money that's in my 401k or that's in my Roth account or my brokerage account, then guess what? They're gonna wind up penalizing me. And so that's the reason why a lot of people say, well, I'd rather just hold back. I'd rather just put some of my money to the side. I'd rather put it in a stock. I'd rather put it in my savings account, or I'd rather put it in my CD, or I'd just rather keep it under my mattress just in case, I need to get to my money. Okay. So those are some of the psychological reasons and the thinking that goes into why I don't want to put as much money as I could. I don't want to invest it in my IRA or my 401k because I might need it. But what if there's a way that you can actually invest it and get access to it? What if you could do that? If you could do that, would you put more money in this particular investment knowing that you can access it if you need it? So let's take a look at it. Let's take a look. There is a way that you can take your money and put it in this investment vehicle, okay? And let's say, for instance, the money that you put in and your growth and everything, let's say, for instance, you got $50,000 in this wonderful, powerful investment here. Okay? And let's say that you see a great investment property that you want to invest in. All right? But the deal is you're going to need $10,000 to put down as a down payment. Let's make it 20. You're going to need $20,000 over here to put on this investment, right? Well, guess what? You can access $20,000 of your $50,000 in this wonderful account. And then you buy this investment property. All right? So now you got this investment property that's bringing you in $1,500 to $2,000 a month. We'll say it's a single family home. It's bringing you in $1,500, $2,000 a month. We'll say after expenses and all the stuff, we'll say that you're clearing expenses of anywhere between $300 to $800 a month. Okay. All right. But guess what? But guess what? You access this money from this wonderful account right here, right? Because you have $50,000 over here. So what you're doing is you access 20,000 of this 50, okay, to buy this investment property. You put $20,000 down on it, and then you took out a loan for the rest, okay? But guess what? You're getting a return on your investment of anywhere between $300 and $800 a month. But guess what? You're still getting a return on this investment over here, not on 30,000. You're actually still getting a return on the $50,000. So now you're getting a return here and here. That's the power. That's the power of index universal life insurance policy. Absolutely. So this is how wealthy people have been using their index universal life insurance to build wealth, because they are building wealth over within their policy, and they're building wealth in whatever investments they decide to use that money on. That's the reason why you need to have something where the money is continuously, that you leave the money in there and it continues to grow at a rate of anywhere between 0 and 11%, depending on how the stock market doing. Now, the great thing about it is I don't have to worry about losing my money in the stock market, because this life insurance policy is tied to the stock market. It's tied to the returns of the stock market. But because it's not invested directly in the stock market, I never have to worry about losing my principal. So I continue to get 0 to 11% return on my investment within this policy. But now I'm able to access some of the money within it, put it in additional investments, and continue to make it grow. If I want to buy another, if I want to buy another investment home, if I want to put it in something else that's going to make me some money, guess what? I can pull it from my IUL and continue to let that money grow. So, guys, that is the power of the index universal life insurance. It allows you to get stock market like returns without the risk of losing your money in the stock market. That's the reason why I believe it beats the stock market any day, anytime. And the other thing about it is, guess what? I don't have to pay taxes on my gains. So all of the things that I shared with you, number one, when you invest in an IUL index life insurance policy, you don't have to worry about paying taxes on your gains. Number two, you don't have to worry about the risk of losing your money in the stock market, because whatever, once your value is up, like Carter B says, it's stuck. You don't ever have to worry about the value of your portfolio ever decreasing, because the growth of your index universal life insurance cash value is tied to the stock market. But because it's not directly invested in the stock market, you never have to worry about losing your principal. So once it's up, it's stuck. And then third, you can use your money and have it grow at the same time. This is the have your cake and eat it too principle. That is the power of the index universal life insurance. So now you don't ever have to worry about making the choice of holding money back or actually putting money in so it can be working for you, because you now know that you can access it anytime you need it. Whatever cash value is in there, that is yours. You can access it at any time, and you don't have to worry about going through all these hoops and all this other stuff. It's your cash value. It is yours to use anytime you like for any reason. Buy another car, buy another house, use it for investment properties or whatever you like. So, guys, let me tell you something. This is the power of universal index life insurance that people don't tell you about and don't really recognize and understand. And that's what I really want to share with you and show you. So if you want to learn more about how you can actually get life insurance to not only protect you and your family in case something happens to you, in case you get critically injured, hurt, or become ill, how life insurance can protect you, your family, and your assets, but also how you can get tax-free growth, how you can grow your money and never have to worry about losing it in the stock market, and how you can actually access your money and use it and still get a return on it at the same time. If those things interest you, set up an appointment, click the link, Alex, or go to candidly.com/Alex Allure. And let me share with you the power of Index Universal Life Insurance and how you can use it to protect your family, grow your wealth, and be able to use it to build wealth tax free, to help you and your family live your best life. So if you want to learn more about that, go to candidly.com/Alex Allure. Set up a time with me, and I'd love to show you how Index Universal Life Insurance can bless you and your family, not only now, but for generations into the future. All right. Click the link here, go to candidly.com/Alex Allure, and let me share with you the power of the Index Universal Life Insurance. All right. So, hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day, a fabulous day. I look forward to talking with you. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time.